You're watching BCTV. We're all about Branford. You're watching BCTV, Branford Government Television, a service of Branford Community Television. This program is brought to you in part through the support of the town of Branford.
First, I'm going to call the meeting to order. And could I get an approval of the minutes for a special meeting Monday, January 11th?
I move approval, Commissioner LaSala.
Okay, I second that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Okay, report of the chief. And actually, just I wasn't here at the very beginning, but did anyone welcome Patty Austin to the meeting as the new commissioner? She took Peter's place.
Yes, we did. Yeah, everybody did.
Okay,
It
good.
was very nice.
I'd like to join that anyway. So the report of the chief.
All right. Good evening, everyone, and I'll also welcome, Commissioner Austin, myself, and the deputy chief. Had a chance to meet with her prior to the meeting a couple weeks back, and had some good dialogue and discussion. And I would be remiss to not address, Commissioner Peter Hugert for all his efforts over, I believe it was about 8.5 years. His handle on the traffic and the organization of that. We always appreciated that, and his involvement with the community was much appreciated. So we miss him. We wish him the best of luck, and I'm sure we'll see him out and about in town. So as we move forward, in the CompStat report, I'm happy to report it's been kind of quiet in certain respects. Things of note is we're trending back on that auto theft line right where we were last year to start the year. As you know, we had a banner year, unfortunately, of stolen cars. So that's starting to trend. But the midnight officers, I think, have made an impact. And we'll see where that goes as the year progresses in our strategies. Also, the larceny from vehicles, again, those are constant. Those are, as you can see, we've had 10 of those already in 2021. So again, please lock your cars. Lock your houses. Make sure that if you see something, you give us a call. Do not try to go out there and intercede. It's almost like our monthly public service announcement we have to give, but it's reality. In January, we saw our accidents go down by half. December, we saw a spike, but that's expected with the holidays and the increased traffic and the weather. So thankfully, those went down by half. You're starting to see in our enforcement categories as COVID starts to get under control and we're able to start encroaching on some normalcy. You're going to see some of those activity numbers go back up. Happy to report that the officers are out there. They've been out there. They never stopped really doing contacts. Well, understanding the times, we've altered our enforcement strategies a little bit. So you'll see those numbers as a moving target. As far as the forfeiture report, no deposits, no withdrawals, nothing to report there. Injury report. Sergeant Carney remains on light duty from a work-related injury. She continues her rehab, and we would like to see her back as soon as possible. But all we can do is wait for that injury to heal. As far as correspondence, 3 correspondence this month, and I'm very proud of what these subject matter entail. I think it encompasses our core values. It encompasses how the men and women of this department go out there every day, and sometimes in tough situations, and they perform admirably, but with compassion and integrity. The first one is for Officer McIsaac. We do the fingerprinting for pistol permits and for some other financial background checks. And, we have to call officers off the road to do this. It is a time-consuming process. But a citizen came in to have this done, and he was with his 4-year-old son. And his son was very nervous and shy. He had never been to the police department before. And he really wasn't a very outgoing child, the father said. But after the fingerprinting of the father, Officer McIsaac returned with a badge and a sticker, a junior officer badge. And he said that the father said that his son lit up and he wouldn't stop talking about it all night long. It was the highlight of his week. And he said someday he wants to be a police officer. Well, I mean, he'll have to learn a little more about police work before he makes that decision. But what this represents is it could have been a contact where he just said to the citizen, thank you for coming in, but he took the time with the child, and that type of impact in these times, especially, it is big. So I commend him, and that's just a great representation of good community police work, and I'm very proud of that. Also, we received a letter from someone who contacted 911 with an emergency. Dispatcher Boisseau was the first voice that she heard. And again, I said this, I believe even last month, our dispatchers are sometimes the forgotten, cog in this hub of what we do. There's the first voice you're going to get during a crisis. And her voice was very comforting, and the direction was much appreciated by the citizen of Branford. So again, our dispatchers are there every day taking these difficult calls and making a difference via the phone. So hats off to her. And then the last one is from Sergeant O'Connor, or to Sergeant O'Connor. There was a veteran, an elderly veteran that was traveling across the country. He was having some medical issues, and Sergeant O'Connor came across him here in the town of Branford. His vehicle needed to be towed. Sergeant O'Connor made arrangements and spoke with the family. However, he wasn't in a position to get lodging, and Sergeant O'Connor made that happen. Not only did he make it happen, but he picked up the cost of that for this elderly veteran and got him housing until the family could make arrangements. So, good, compassionate police work. This is just as important as catching bad guys sometimes. So I'm again always proud of the men and women of the department for how they're acting and caring for those that they come in contact with. The only other thing I have is it's a short report this month, but I just want to make again a public service announcement regarding the vaccinations, specifically for some of the elderly population. If people call you looking for payment for a prepayment or an online service for the vaccine that they'll ship to your home, or if someone will come out and get your money, just disregard these. Disregard the social media links that they'll send you. They're all scams. Consult with your local health department. Beyond the Raven Hospital has an online form. The town hall can assist you if you cannot do that yourself. But please, no one's going to take money from you and deliver the vaccine to your home. We're starting to see these scams pop up. So if you see it specifically on your landline phones, that's a telltale. Don't fall for it. There's going to be plenty of time and opportunity to get in line for this, but $500 to hold your vaccine and make an appointment, that's nothing but a scam. So back up. Other than that, I have nothing else to report. It's a short month this month.
Okay, next would be
Thank
traffic. Val, are you doing that?
I didn't think I was.
Okay.
I thought Patty was doing it. I can do it.
Okay, you can do it, Patty?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, the traffic committee met, and with regard to the first request for repainting of curb and striping in front of the postal office to inform of the no parking from curb to sign, that was approved by the traffic committee. The second request.
I'd like to make a motion that we approved a request for repainting of curb and striping in front of the post office, and to inform of no parking from the curb to the sign between Court Street and Shore Drive. You know,
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Who said that, Valerie? Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstentions? Okay. Then it's approved. The second request is for repainting of the crosswalk on Shore Drive at Court Street near the Rosabino restaurant stop sign. That was approved by the traffic committee as well. Is there a motion
Yes,
to approve this request?
I'd like to request for the repainting of the crosswalk on Shore Drive at Court Street by Rosavina Restaurant near the stop sign.
Second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstentions? Okay. Number 3, request for yield to pedestrian sign in the center of the crosswalk on Shore Drive at Court Street. Is there a motion to accept this?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to request that we have a request for yield to pedestrian sign in the center of the crosswalk on Shore Drive at Court Street.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Or was that the second? Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstentions? Okay, that one gets approved. The 4th item was request for slow
Let me put the
children
paper
at
down.
play sign.
We can't
Huh?
see your face. Okay. Put the paper
Oh.
down. You're covering your face.
Yeah, intentional. Sorry. Okay. Request for slow children at play sign on Alps Road and Westwood Road. This was, I was just going to say, this was talked about at the traffic committee. And Lieutenant Ramos said that it requires more study, and he will come back to us with another recommendation. Sometimes the children at play sign creates a false sense of security. So this one was not approved at the traffic committee. It was kind of put on hold for further action. I don't know. Do we need to vote on this?
No, we're just going to table it and we'll bring it back.
Yeah, okay. And that's the end of the traffic committee report this month.
Okay, the next would, do I have you want to approve that? Somebody? I'll make a motion to approve that slow children, no, that we're.
No. We're
tabling it.
We're putting that.
So we don't need to do anything?
No.
Yes.
Okay, the report of the chair, and I would say I don't have anything except hold March 8th for our next meeting. That's the second Monday of the month. So March 8th.
Jill, I'd like to say something.
Yes.
The chief said it at the beginning of the meeting, but I wanted to just thank Peter Hugret for his years of service here. He did a fantastic job. I personally loved working with him. He was just incredibly diligent and smart, and I just think the way he approached.
He did a great job.
Yeah.
Great job.
So I say, Peter, enjoy yourself, but here's to you.
I second that.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the next meeting, as I said, was on March 8th, and I'm assuming it'll be like it always is, traffic at 5 and the meeting at 5:30. Okay.
I'm sure. Okay.
All right.
Rich,
See you.
you want to
Be
close?
well, everyone.
Can we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Adjourned.
I'll
Thank you.
second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.
Everybody.
Okay, take care.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
This program was brought to you in part through the support of the Town of Branford. Watch town meetings and other videos on demand at BranfordTV.org.